Hi, I'm Revant. I'm a management graduate by education, but I love free and open source software. So I searched for free and open source ERP, and I found out about ERPNext. Uh, what what uh, what I personally like about ERPNext, and I fo- these four essential freedoms is what trying to tell you. ERP, just a minute. Yeah. Uh, it might be free and easy to use. It is ERPNext is free and easy to use. ERPNext is free and easy to upgrade. Also, other software I didn't find it that easy to upgrade. The other free and open source software that I searched. Then one more thing is I could solve my own issues. So I raise the issue and I send a pull request, and that solves the issue. In any non-free software, I cannot do that. And these things are the freedoms I'm talking about, and I feel those are very important freedoms for me. But free is for freedoms, not for free of cost. So there is cost for identifying the requirement of the software. There is cost for developing the software, and there is cost for supporting the software. So that's cost-wise. It's it taking time or money, something you have to uh, give it to other. Then before selling, before doing it for others, I tried it on my own for my civil contracting app. There I could set the business process of worker attendance and record outstanding wages as per the attendance was taken. So that was very easily made possible because of workflows in ERPNext. And using ERPNext, we can develop business apps. But if you want web apps, we can use Frappe. And if you want to modify the stack, we can use Bench. I'll call Gaurav for showing you the things we have done.
Wondering if my stumble made it on live stream. Yes. Hi everybody, I'm Gaurav. I used to develop closed source cathedrals before I started with ERPNext, and because ERPNext is fast, development gets done really fast in ERPNext. Customizability is also very high. We've all seen this. We've all seen very stunning customizations today. So I mean that's truly brilliant. And closed source eventually it doesn't make sense to use it. The communities are restricted and updates are not as fast and streamlined as they happen here. So in a short span of 8 months, we've been able to put together quite a few apps and customizations. So I'd just like to quickly run you through some of those. OAuth 2.0 for Frappe. So just as you have Google social logins in ERPNext, so with that you can log into ERPNext using your Gmail ID. Similarly, through OAuth 2.0 for Frappe, you can log into any other app in your business environment using your ERPNext ID. The most obvious advantage would be single passwords for all applications in your business environment. Now, you might feel the need to have some other apps. ERPNext would take care of most of your needs. But in case you do have other apps, it's very convenient to log into those using your email, ERPNext email. Yeah, this was for a rock quarry in Indonesia. So what they were already using ERPNext, and they were tracking, well, essentially it's a rock quarry. So their item masters would have different grades of rocks. And what they wanted was to track material movement inside and outside of the quarry. So suppliers used to bring in full trucks and get. So this is what the Weighbridge ticket does, is it captures the weights of the trucks. So suppliers used to bring in material into the quarry. So they would get weighed on the Weighbridge as the first weight, which is to get recorded here. And when they unload and exit the quarry, the second weight also gets recorded there. So before this doc type was introduced, they used to track this using spreadsheets, which was a nightmare. And the Weighbridge operator, who was in charge of recording all of this, had a lot of responsibility of maintaining the integrity of data. So introducing this doc type helped a lot, because there is also a workflow associated with that doc type. And that makes sure that when a truck comes in and the first weighing is taken and the second weighing is taken, the data is committed, and therefore errors are reduced. This was another requirement regarding security. So for the same client. So what they wanted was to be able to visually verify a driver when he pulls in onto the Weighbridge, into the quarry. So this was a simple customization in hindsight, but when we did it, it seemed pretty good. And ERPNext made it really easy to incorporate this. This was an interesting integration. What we did was, this company already was using an ERPNext customization, particularly the CRM module, and they used to track leads using CRM modules. And what they wanted was, they had another call center software. So when they received a call in this call center software, and when that call gets routed to a call center agent, the moment his phone starts ringing, they should see a pop-up like this in their ERPNext instance, which shows the lead information. So if it is a new lead, then it indicates in that manner. They're saying the new lead and the number flashes. And if it's an existing lead, then this information is pulled up. So the idea was to have a more informed conversation with the client when, in case it's an existing lead. And if it's a new lead, then as the call center agent is on the call, then you should be able to record the information for that lead. This became really simple because of Frappe's real-time publish and the REST API, as we know. Yeah, another thing about pop-ups is that if you accidentally click anywhere else on the screen, the pop-up is gone forever. So to be able to track pop-ups after this, we suggested this, that they record the pop-up. I mean, they add the pop-up underneath the lead record created in the previous screen so that it's maintained. And it also serves as a call history for that lead. So you can refer to it anytime in the future. This was an extensive customization. For this client, they have engineers in their employ, which would like to have technical discussions with their clients. And technical discussions means there'll be a lot of details. There'll be a lot of technical documents exchanged between the clients and the engineers. And to facilitate this, we use Frappe's web views, and we did a lot of our own customization using jQuery. I mean, there's a lot of coding involved in this. So what you're seeing here is what the engineer sees. This is a thread which is used to establish context for the questions that will be asked to the customer. The objective was to have bidirectional communication, in the sense that an engineer will be able to post questions to the customer, and the customer should be able to post questions as well, along with responding to these questions. So, and to facilitate rich communication, we are talking about formatted text, and perhaps if the customer wanted to share some images, or perhaps provide links, video links, or embed other reference material, that became possible by integrating a component known as a Summernote. It was available for free. It's a JavaScript library which we integrated. And as you can see, formatted text is there. You can also embed images. It was possible to embed links and even video. And things like copy pasting tables from Word documents containing data, that also was made possible because of this control. And most importantly, Frappe framework allows this. That is the most important part that made it possible. Integrating third-party libraries is very simple. So after you scrutinize the library, you can integrate it very easily. This was for the same discussion forum. It is just to provide a familiar visual look for the same. So there will be a lot of threads eventually as more questions, as the interaction between engineer and customer grows. So to be able to filter the threads, it was a very basic requirement, but the visual is more important. So you can filter the threads using categories that can be set by the engineers. This was another part of this, a simple, convenient drag and drop file upload. So it is also a jQuery customization, and since we talked about technical discussions, you're going to have a lot of files. So you can just drag and drop 10 odd files onto the box and upload them at one go. So this is a bit reinventing the wheel in a way, but yes, we were able to do this in Frappe nonetheless. Yeah, this is just an honorable mention, I would say, since Excise is on its way out. It's a simple Excise calculation. So what we did was we customized the sales invoice doc type, and so the customer actually declares excise prices to the government, and they charge this into the final price on the sales invoice. So since it was not possible to directly modify the the total calculation in sales invoice without modifying the source code of ERPNext, we had a workaround in which we calculated the excise price on at the item level, and we were able to inject that as an at actual taxes and charges row in the final, achieving the same thing. So finally, giving back to the community. So whatever apps we have we have made so far, we have made under the GPL v3 and MIT license, and they are available on GitHub for forking. Some of them have, thank you. Yeah, some of them have already forked our apps. They've shown interest in the Weighbridge Ticket app before. And anytime we feel that we have made something that can benefit the community as a whole, we will definitely release it. We will at least announce it on Discuss and then release the source code. And pull requests. Of course, right now this will sound like lip service, but if we do have something that is generic enough to be introduced in the core product, core ERPNext itself, then we will definitely introduce pull requests. So I'd like to conclude. Thank you. Thank you guys for listening.